All right, so today I wanted to demonstrate how to re-roll these petals on the lilies. As you can see, they start to lose their shape over time, and generally speaking, the thicker the paper, the longer that it lasts for that, right? You can recrease the sides here, get that a little crisper. Like that one was sticking out quite a bit. But really, what we want to go over these petals, and it isn't terribly difficult. All right, so what you're basically, the easiest way to do this is to just get a G2 pen, or a ballpoint pen can work too if you can get to the back of it. It is thinner, and that can cause some problems when you're trying to tuck this little petal over here, the very tip of it, so that way it can roll underneath. You have a smaller space that you're working with. So essentially, all you're really going to do is try to line it straight, because you're going to roll it straight if you do that. And you can see the little crease here where the colors are just slightly different, but you got to put some pressure on there and then get it started, right? So roll it over and then just hold on to it for a bit, and then just slide the pen out. Okay. Oops. Oh well. Guess we're not doing it with the light this time. All right. Now this is standard origami paper, so it's a lot thinner than these, right? I just folded these earlier today. I'm getting ready to put them up, but this is much thicker paper-wise. It's an old map of some resort, Breckenridge ski resort, that I just happened to come across. Haven't been there. But old newspaper, if you're wanting to make them out of like old newspaper or something like that, that old newsprints can be pretty thin. So you'll have to redo these more frequently than something that's thicker, generally speaking. That's partially why we sit there and hold it for a bit, because it does help keep it just a little bit better. So let's just go ahead and do another one. Yeah, you can see the differences between them here. I mean, it isn't necessary, it's not mandatory here. Let's just go ahead and crease this. But it does help them keep looking better for longer. Now these are glued into here. I think might have been super glue or something like that. It doesn't matter. It'll still work. The glue itself largely doesn't matter, as long as it doesn't really bleed through, you know what I mean? So go ahead and line that up. Here we go. I don't know if you picked that up or not. That was the acorns are dropping. We have a lot of huge oaks here, and they're dropping them like crazy. We had a bumper crop the first year I lived here. I was literally shoveling them in the fire. So, all right, one more. You can slide out the other end if you're worried about marking your stuff, but generally speaking, you're not really going to see it if you do, because it's on the underside of these petals here. So they would have to unfold to something like this. And I made these back in January. And I can't remember if I've if I've touched these up or not. So if I have, then it would have been only like one other time. If I hadn't, then this origami paper lasted till then. My wife has some smaller ones that I helped my son make as a gift to her, and that was in, so that would have been in December, last December, and they're still, they don't need touched up at all, but it's either 20 or 40 pound paper. So, but these are actually part of my original altar pieces for Hu Xian, the Immortal Fox, which I probably didn't say that right, but you know. So, doesn't take a lot of time. Obviously doesn't take a lot of skill. So, okay. And there we go. Well done.